Hello and welcome back to the channel, and today's video is on winter riding. And I'm not going to say winter riding to cover wet weather riding. There are loads of videos out there that cover it. This is about riding in the cold and what to expect. And it's simpler than you think. Firstly, let's address the elephant in the room. Is riding in winter fun? Most of the time, no. Most of the time riding in winter is cold, it is arduous, and yeah, you're not having the fun that you would have in summer. That said, if you are somebody like me where you have to ride every couple of weeks, otherwise your soul starts to ache, it satisfies that itch. Also, riding in winter keeps you sharp all year round. You will ride slower, you can go into car park, do your car park maneuvers, your slow speed maneuvers. You're going to always be in tune with your machine, the roads. Winter riding is something I would urge you to consider. The first thing to bear in mind with winter riding, and this is going to create a bit of argument possibly, is your speed obviously needs to come down, that's a given, but ride to the road limits. Now I'm just going to leave it there, I'm not going to expand on that, but if you ride to the road limits, you will be at the speed you probably should be for cold weather riding. The most important thing on winter riding is to wear the right gear. If you are cold, you will be miserable, you'll be putting yourself at risk. What you need to do with cold gear is, I would advise flexible fabrics. The stretch material stuff that you see. The reason being is you have more ability to move around on the bike, because as you add layers underneath this stretch material, it will come. Whereas if you're wearing your leathers with a couple of layers underneath, you're going to feel like Michelin Man and you just can't move around on your bike, which is borderline dangerous. So stretch fabrics are the way to go. When you move to stretch fabrics, you will be sacrificing a rating. So for example, a leather race suit is a AAA rated garment, whereas if you get, say, a stretch fabric rucker like a Calyx 2, that will be only AA rated. But because you are modulating your speed down, the sacrifice of the A is well worth it. Heated gear is not to be slept on. Heated gear is really, really good. It's coming a long way, especially heated gloves. So do check that out and thank me later. So you've got the heated gear, you've modulated your speed to the road condition. That is pretty much it. You can go out winter riding, but do note one final important factor. If you think people in summer don't notice you, they definitely don't notice you in winter. You need to be extra cautious for other road vehicles, including motorbikes. Keep in your head that the person in front is going to do something stupid and ride accordingly. And when they do something stupid, don't be upset. Give yourself a pat on the back. You saw it coming. For modulating your speed, the easiest thing to do is ride a couple of gears up. I would normally be in second gear, taking this corner with some lean. And if you look at me there was hardly any lean. I'm in fifth gear. Actually, the bike's telling you the most I've leaned today is 21 degrees right and 18 degrees left. I think in winter, I'm lucky to get above 35 degrees, and that will be on a summer winter day. Can you boot it in winter? Of course, the roads are a little bit dry. You can give it a little black here. But do bear in mind, your stopping distances are going to be much greater. So if you're going to give it a bit of a black, have a good, clear vision to see through. And then just make sure when you're coming back to those corners that you're not hanging off the bike and you've slowed down appropriately to be able to take them safely. Winter is a very good time to practice roadcraft. If you don't know what roadcraft is, there are plenty of videos on YouTube, but it is the system that the British motorcycle police use, and it is also what IAM and ROSPA have built their whole ethos around. Roadcraft is a way of riding on the road safely and developing a road sense with these tools that the roadcraft system will give you. So taking bends on the outside so you can see further around the corner, hip skirt, all of that good stuff. I would strongly advise reading up on roadcraft and practice it in winter, because winter is a great time to be practicing your skills, because you can't be out there blasting and having the fun that you have in summer, so you must be doing other things to occupy your time. It sounds really simple, and that's because it is, but do just be extra cautious in winter. I would say you want to ride really to about 50% of your ability, maybe even a little less. Riding in winter can be beautiful, and riding in winter can be fun. Riding in the wet, however, is never really fun. That said, I'm a firm believer that, especially if you're a new rider, you want to go out and you want to ride in all road conditions, even if it is just going 2 miles down the road, just to know what it's like. Because if you wind up riding somewhere, let's say you went somewhere in summer and you rode 50 miles away and you've got to ride 50 miles to get home, and all of a sudden fog's come in and you've never ridden in fog, it's going to really upset you. But once you've ridden in it once, you can ride in it again. You can also know you don't want to ride in it and then avoid it. But if you are a new rider, do go out and ride in winter. Do go out and ride in the rain, in the mist, in the fog. Do it all, just so you know that you can do it if ever those conditions come up when you're out and you need to be getting home. Another thing is change your electronics on your bike if you can. You can see that my traction control is up to +6. In summer I would have that around -3 to +3. In some cases you may just want to put it in rain mode. Like I say, you're not out there booting it and leaning it round corners, so if you have a litre bike like this, restrict it down to being a 600 via electronics if you can. If you don't, like on this bike, a little twitch on that throttle and that back wheel will spin up, even in 3rd, 4th gear. Add some lean to the stew and that could be a very bad day. So to give you a quick summary, you want to make sure that you have the appropriate gear, that you are warm and sheltered from the elements. You want to try and restrict your bike down so it's not as twitchy and torquey. You want to modulate your riding by lowering your speeds right down as well as your lean angle. You want to be hyper aware to other road users, bikes as well as cars. They will do stupid things. Make sure you're prepared for it. And when they do it, pat yourself on the back that you saw it coming. Don't get angry. And if you can, try and learn something along the way. Winter time, get yourself in a car park. Turn off electronics. Try doing a stoppie. Try doing a wheelie. Try doing low speed cone maneuvers. There's plenty of little YouTube channels and drills that you could be getting on with. Do read roadcraft or watch some videos on roadcraft and try and implement it into your riding. And above all else, be as safe as you can be. Oh, bonus tip. Use your back brake a lot more in winter. You're going to be going at slower speeds. So when you're entering into corners, into junctions, just use your back brake as opposed to your front brake. Here's a prime example. I don't know what to do. But I keep clear to the right, but I want to go left. Oh, and second bonus tip. Actually, this should just be a tip for summer as well. If you are running a tinted visor, because damn they are cool, pack a pair of yellow glasses under your seat. The sun comes down very early in winter, and if you get caught out, you can put your yellow glasses on and have your visor open, and that way you actually be able to see a little bit, and you won't be crying all the way home with the wind in your face. Let's get out of here pretty quick. As always, I hope that was useful. A like and a subscribe would be greatly appreciated, and I will catch you on the next video.